Hey everyone, my name is Sailor Mimi and welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for the Nintendo DS. This game originally came out in 2001 for the Game Boy Advance, but we're playing the DS one because when it got re-released in 2010 for the Nintendo DS, a fifth case was added. So this is the game this is the version of the game we're gonna be playing. Let's start a new game. The first Turnabout. Ooh. Sounds, I don't know. Let's get into it. Oh, that's darn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. Hopefully you guys can hear me at this point. I'll make it look like he did it. Okay, August 3rd. Okay. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Yeah, right. I know. Ah! Oh, hiya, Chief. Mia! Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Ah, she's impressed. Everyone takes on a murder trial off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. Aw, what a good friend. Rose, don't rub up against my fan. Stop that. You're gonna knock it over. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! I'm sorry, I'm already laughing at this. My life, everything is all over. I'm gonna get all dramatic here. Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair, oh! It is my life of the tragedy that it is. Should be in a Shakespeare play. He'd be good at the drama part. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Poor Phoenix. Nick. Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. Dude, chill. He's more dramatic than a girl PMSing. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn off my mouse because it's actually kind of interfering for me clicking on this right. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Not that we believe that. We believe all of our clients' innocence. 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 I say that really weird. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. A long time ago in the galaxy far, far... Wait, wrong story. My first case is a fairly simple one. She's got quite the headache. Sorry. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. I'm sorry, just his Butts. His last name. Can you imagine, like, Butts? Who's pulling my leg here? I can just imagine that. Which is fiddling with some... Oh, I just realized I just paused the recording. Sorry, I was just fiddling with some controls here. Okay, back to the game. Larry Butts, okay, yeah, I've already read this. Okay. Our school has saying when something smells, it's usually the butts. And it's not because he cut a good fart too. In the 23 years I know him, it's usually been true. Okay, I must tell you, I called an objection here. I call this a contradiction. Because Phoenix is 24, so is Larry. And you don't find this out right now, but later on you do find out that they met in like the 4th grade. So they cannot have possibly known each other for 23 years. It makes it sound like they met when they were like a baby, or when they were like babies or something. So I call this a contradiction on either translation or I don't know. I just must point that out. Anyway, he has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Same, dude. Same. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. How nice. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor. I'm sorry, I'm in a weird mood today. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I'm not gonna do it, I swear. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. A little nervous. I'm gonna keep wanting to do that. Your Honor. I'm sorry, the screen's a little small. I'm trying to make sure I read this right. Your conduction. I hope this is correct. I'm sorry, the screen's a little small for me playing it, so. During this trial, we'll decide... Yeah, your conduction during this trial will decide the fate of your clients. Your client. Okay. My brain is all over the place right now. My apologies. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Yar. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to assert. Oh dear God, what is that word? Asserate. I think that's it. Your readiness. Yeah, that sounds about right. Assert. Basically assert. Make sure he's ready. Yes, Your Honor. Also, sometimes I see these words and then my brain like forgets how to pronounce it, and I'm like, I know that word, I just don't know how to pronounce it. And it just happens all the time when I start recording. I get like infinitely stupider when I'm recording. And like, can you like pronounce these words the way they're supposed to be? Like protagonist. I always sometimes forget that when I'm recording. Like, I know what that says. I know what that is. Pronounce it correctly. What is wrong with you? Oh boy. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. Being a little dramatic, Phoenix. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them correctly and consistently. Please state the name of the defense in this case. Well, that will be Larry Butts. The defense, well, that's Larry Butts. Larry Butts, Your Honor. Pronounce it with a Z, not an S. I know very well the pronunciation of last names. I have the exact same problem with my last name. There's two different spellings, and the spelling that mine says is very uncommon, and people always get it incorrectly. Correct. Just keep your wits about and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Wait. Uh-oh. No, wait, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. See, when you're under stress, you just act such like an idiot. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim, of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defense name is listed in the court record. I talk about the button on the touchscreen. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please, I'm begging you. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case? Okay, so there's on the bottom of the touchscreen there is a button called the court record. You press it and you can pull up stuff. I'm gonna see if I can switch the screens over. I'm probably not gonna do this too often, but I will show it off here because it's kind of annoying switching screens constantly like this. So give me a moment. Okay. So there's a little button right here called the court record. This is what they were talking about, and in the court record there's evidence. So we have only two items right now. Let's check them out. The attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. And then we have the autopsy report for the victim. It says Sydney's autopsy report, so we know at least the victim's first name is Sydney, which the choices was Sydney Block, Sydney Stones, and then Mia Fey. I don't think Mia is the victim as she's standing right next to us. Time of death, it was between 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. We should keep note of this because this becomes time is very important in this trial, so we need to keep track of that. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma, because she was hit by a blunt object, which means what that means is that someone took something really heavy and hit her on the head. It could be like a lamp, a clock, a statue, a fan, so just something heavy enough to cause this. That's what blunt trauma means. And because she was hit on the head, she unfortunately bled to death. So, and the item that she was hit with is usually called, when it's when the death is usually caused by blunt trauma, the object gets called a blunt object. I already said that, didn't I? Okay, whatever. Anyway. Okay, well, we know the victim's first name is Sydney. So, let's go to profile, because we have all the people, minus the judge, that is involved in this trial, and their names. So, let's check them out. Mia Fey. She is 27. A few years older than Phoenix. She is chief attorney at Fey & Co., my boss and very good defense attorney. Larry Butts, oh, they're 23. See? Contradiction even more. Okay, 23, the defense in this case, a likable guy who was my friend in grade school. Okay, the victim's name is Sydney Stone. She is 22. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Okay, so we know that her last name is Stone, so... Okay, Winston Payne. it's a play off with some words here. Winston Payne. Oof! Which is what he does a lot. He is 52. He is very annoying. The prosecutor for this case lacks presence and generally bald. I meant bad. Bad. At getting his points across. Okay. So that means that the answer for this question is Sydney Stones. I'm going to switch back up to the top screen and then answer. Excuse me, give me a moment. Okay, so we know now that the victim's name is Sydney Stone, so this is what we're going to answer. The victim's name is Sydney Stone. Correct. Correctamundo. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. Now I sound like someone else that will appear there on in the game. We don't want to sound like that person. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? Okay, as we already discussed, she died because she was hit with a blunt object, as it stated in the autopsy report. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed. That's for sure. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video right here. If you guys like this video, like it, subscribe to me, maybe leave a comment down below. With that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day with your life. And in the name of the first 8 years, I will see you guys in the next video. These videos, for at least the first case, might be a little short, like ranging around maybe 10 to 15 minutes possibly. But that's only because the first case is like an hour in gameplay, so... And that's, I think, like at the most. I think it could be shorter if you like maybe cut down to like maybe 40 minutes, depending. If like you're like really good at it and do this and that and that and that and that and all that. But that I'm not a pro gamer, so... but just to let you guys know that these videos will be like a little short. By the second case, they should be a little bit longer, so... Bye!